Alrighty, it's 11 o'clock, 7 p.m. GMT, and we are live.
Mine isn't saying live at all. I have no live. Oh, now we're live.
At 14 seconds in for mine, so hopefully,
Oh God,
notifications will be
yeah.
dropping.
Okay, mine is
Yeah,
delayed.
the
Yeah,
technology.
strange. Huh?
Would love to get a new laptop at some point, so that
Uh,
because my iPad is apparently out of, I can't even think of the word, outdated.
oh yeah, yeah.
Because it's from 2017. They're like, nope, you're out. I guess within every couple of years, your
Wow.
devices
Okay.
are, obsolete. That was the word I
Yeah,
was
it
looking
seems
for.
so now. Yeah, yeah.
So, well, Jackie and I can hang and talk for a while, see if people show up, pop in the chat. And so, any announcements then while we're waiting? So, people watching on playback,
Hey
thank you
Saskia.
for joining. Kelly Spella, Saskia. Hello, my dear. So, yay, we have somebody here. Hello, my dear. How are you? And I know that we try to do the show every week, but Jackie works and she's been busy with tourism and
Oh,
so
it's
if
mad.
she's too exhausted, I don't expect her to come on and do a show if she's exhausted. No, 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 no. So what's new with you? I'll open up the floor. It's been a couple of weeks.
Um.
I don't know if there's anything you wanted to share.
Well, I had my birthday, which was lovely. I have an amazing. I better not say the F word on YouTube in case, but my necklace says
Oh, I
fresh
don't
out
give a
of.
fuck if you
Oh, okay.
do.
My necklace says fresh out of Fox.
There we go.
Which I love. And I got me this ring. I got the two of them with some birthday money that people gave me. And I got Heather's already seen these now twice, but I got this beautiful witch. She's made of some sort of crystal. It's like green and pink and stuff. Thanks, Saskia. She's absolutely cool. She has everything. She has a cat. She has a book in her hand. She has a wand. She has this cool gown and curly hair and everything. She's beautiful. And I got this amazing dagger.
don't mess with Jackie.
And I got this beautiful ankh, as ye call it. Isn't that cool? Again, made of some sort of crystal, but I can't remember what she called it. I'd have to ask her again.
I have to
But
find out where she got that for you because I want one or I want to see what else that artist makes.
yeah,
That's amazing.
it's a shimmery kind of a dark grey color, like it's beautiful. And I have this candle lighting. Hey, mangled
Hey,
unicorn, what?
Jax.
Jax, yes, okay, cool. Hey, Irene. And I have this
Mm,
beautiful candle lighting for us all, guys. Okay, which I all got for my birthday. Hi, Heather, Jackie, and everyone driving back from camping, so listening while I drive. Be careful.
safe driving. So, and if people see me doing this, we've got like it's getting cold here, so all the flies are trying to get in, and it's
Oh,
just
okay.
like if you
You're
hear
not
a
going
loud
crazy.
smack. So, but
Fair enough.
so we are back for our King of Cups, and I'm going to just open up the floor because Heather likes having her books, but I like to read from them. But I figured Jack, I just open like always, and Jack can go ahead and start sharing her knowledge, the tarot guru herself. So she's like, what?
Um,
With her beautiful Jamie Sawyer cards.
so these are my Jamie Sawyer cards. Yes, it's called the Sawyer Redux edition. So you've heard me say that. Hey, Hershey.
Hershey, what's going on,
Um,
lady? Good to see
long
ya.
time no see.
Hope you're doing well.
All you Americans do your lives in the middle of the bloody night, and I never got to see you anymore.
Well, it's
I know,
kind
I
of
know.
different. It's like
Yeah,
it's
you can
early morning for me, and it's
you
going
can
on
make up
nighttime
all
for
your
her. So
excuses in the world.
yeah.
Anyway, so our king. Cups is the element of water, but kings. Now, I've said this before. People read the kings and the knights the opposite way around. I consider the knights to be the fire because they're the young people. They're driven. They're passionate. They're getting out into the world and wanting to learn stuff and earn money and get their own houses and all this kind of stuff. The kings are the leaders, they're in management, they're like ruling the kingdom. So they, to me, are the element of air, okay? But again, like I said, some people consider the kings to be the fire.
Mm,
I consider them to be air, okay, not to confuse anyone.
yeah.
So it's water of air. So when you're kind of looking at a king, the King of Cups, for example, and you're waiting for your intuition to give you, you know, information for the person you're reading for or whatever about the King of Cups, it's always kind of the first thing that comes to mind with me is the elements. I love the elements. So you have to think of the water element, you know, the heart chakra stuff, the love, the intuition, the relationships, the going with the flow energy kind of, and that kind of thing. And the air then kind of being the opposite and being the go, 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 and the very intellectual and the thoughtful and great communicator and all that kind of stuff. So you have to bring all those things into play when you're reading the King of Cups, you know.
Mhm.
But of course, he is then sitting on his throne, which is floating on the water, and there's a boat in the background, which could be kind of, I suppose, a symbol of freedom. You know, if you go off on your boat and go off into the ocean, you're free and you're heading off on a journey and stuff. There's a fish jumping up there in the background. It looks more like Loch Ness Monster or something, but it's supposed to be a fish.
I was going to say the shape of that looks like something else coming up out of the water. And it is a king. It's a king card, so you know.
Yeah, but it's only a little fishy. Um, so do you know, fish have their own symbolism too. I like to look into all the little details and then kind of check out the symbolism of everything. But do you know, then you have the blue and the red and the green of his gowns and stuff. You could look into the blue communication, the green heart chakra stuff, the red being grounded. Um, I mean, I think someone who's kind of in control of his emotions and stuff would be someone who would be quite grounded, you know.
Mhm. Intuitive,
So
compassion.
with,
Yeah.
but then you see, you also have the wavy water, so his emotions could be kind of up and down, you know. So there's, you have to look into all the details to kind of piece together a reading. He also has a necklace here, look, with a fish as well. What's on his crown? They look like mushrooms, kind of. I don't know.
Okay.
What,
What? Wait,
whatever
what?
these are supposed to be.
And hello,
um,
Butterfly. Butterfly has joined us. Hello, my
do you
dear.
know do you know who that person is? I don't know this
I
person.
asked her
Oh,
name,
okay.
but she says Butterfly's fine, so I call her
Oh, okay,
Butterfly.
butterfly. Cool. So long as I know, because I don't remember seeing that name before.
Hmm.
So yeah, does anyone know the symbols? See, or I was going to say,
Let me
oh
see
my
if I
god,
got that book. Because I
I
was
was going
kind
to
of
say,
wondering.
Heather. Jamie puts them in the background of her cards, but I know she doesn't do the element links to the court cards the same way I'd read them. So
Okay.
I have a
Let's
feeling these
see.
are like one of those triangles would be water.
Okay, so Ron, looking at the top of his
Right now,
head.
maybe if I Google
Um,
it. Two
so
seconds.
let's see. Yeah, they're not mentioning because in this book, which I didn't end up returning because it was kind of late and I couldn't find a
Oh, didn't
receipt.
you? Yeah.
Um, they don't acknowledge, which is really weird because they acknowledge the cup, they acknowledge the scepter,
Element
um, the
symbols.
sailing ship. The ballast is not a handicap but necessary for successful voyage.
Okay, here we are.
Being able to cope with changing winds.
Yeah.
But for his head, the red, yellow,
Okay.
blue, you remain true to your primary aims and to your original source and motives. Okay. But they in this book they don't mention the oh my god, it does look like Nessie's Nessie's head. I never noticed this
What?
stuff. And I'm looking at it in here and it does like the little Nessie coming out saying hi. But yeah, it doesn't
Look,
acknowledge.
I found it. So the upside down triangle with no line through it is water, and the upright one is fire. So yeah, she does consider the kings to be fire instead of air, which is the way I read them. So I knew there was something in her cards that were the opposite way to what I read them, you know. But I suppose I could actually just, if I wanted to, put a line through one of the triangles just to make it into an air symbol, do you know? But era. I don't want to draw on the cards though either, do you know what I mean? So yeah. Like this is, I mean, a king of cups is going to be a very loving, emotional person, good at relationships. If you were looking for someone to have a long-term relationship with, you'd be kind of wanting to look out for either a king of cups or a king of pentacles, because I always say the what you call it, the swords and the wands are kind of a more like a one night stand kind of energy, you know, whereas these are the kind of long-term relationship kind of fellas you want, you know, or women, whichever, you know, because they can obviously
reversed or around negative cards. They can be emotionally manipulative too, or a narcissist. So again, there's that balance.
Yeah, but absolutely.
I'll take the positive
so,
over the negative any day.
So there's loads of, I mean, there's still plenty more symbolism even that you could look into, but that's kind of the main things and the main gist of our King of Cups. But if anyone in chat has any other thoughts, please do put it up for us.
Especially you, Irene. I know you said you're learning, so you know, even the newbies bring new ideas, you know, and
they bring things that we'd never think of. Yeah,
exactly.
You know,
so
yeah.
So for me, were you all done? Because I have my 2 books.
Yeah.
And so I'm, you know, kind of getting back into learning the tarot, kind of like a refresher, maybe diving a little bit deeper. And I love my inner tarot, especially with, you know, all the healing and self-discovery and trying to figure out, you know, I'll be 55 in a couple of months. And so, you know, this book is great for learning basic tarot, yes, but if you're going through transformation, if you're in the process of healing from past traumas, I mean, it's not a deck, or I mean, a book just, you know, about, you know, dealing with traumas, but it's a wonderful book that is kind of more rounded out, and she uses examples and focuses a little bit more on how we can use the tarot to help heal, to help support us moving forward in life, and to, again, not being, you know, predictive, but like Colette Baron Reed says, you know, readings aren't meant to be predictive. They're to her prescriptive. It's like, this is what the cards are offering right now. This is the energies that need to be addressed or issues that need to be looked at. And then it's up to us whether or not we want to do, you know, the work. So from the inner tarot, she always starts with a poem that she, you know, feel that comes to her for each of the card. And for the King of Cups, and with the cups, it's all about in my emotions. So she starts the book out with learning about pentacles, and that's all within my body because of the pentacles being physical. And so with the cups being emotions, she goes with in my emotions. So we're looking from that perspective. And she wrote, I know I have grown because now when I begin to sense what's broken in someone, the once broken parts of me don't want to rescue them. I don't feel an urge to stick around or provide solace through the cleanup. I no longer risk cutting myself on the shards, but I offer to help them find the broom. Like that. So, also being aware of learning not how to be emotionally manipulated into, you know, other people's. I mean, there's not saying here that you can't be there for somebody and be compassionate, but there are some that, you know, you got an energy vampire, but you also got that emotional one, or that just kind of sucks, you know, just sucks you dry. And so she's acknowledging through that sometimes we have to let people work through their mess, and I don't mean mess as in a negative, like judgmental, but you know, whatever hot messes we have or things that we need to work on, just not bringing, you know, people too much into that, like expecting other people to help us clean up the mess. Here, she's like, here, I'll give you a broom, but you got to do the work. So I like that perspective. And I see that I've taken, oh, so you've taken her courses. Awesome, Hershey. I didn't know, I forgot that she actually did the courses. I'll have to check that out. Um, but yeah, I do love this book. Um, I'm getting a little distracted lately because I'm picking up the crochet hook again. So I need to get more, grounded and get back to at least reading at least every day for at least an hour. Free will, the monkey wrench we can throw into the best laid plans. Be kind to yourself. And yes, that is awesome. And Jack says discernment is hard, takes much repetitive practice, and the power in each word. Yeah. So what they go on about character traits, someone who's mature, family focused. For me, I like how they mention family focused. For me, I feel a little bit more like that maybe for the King of Pentacles, but all the kings can be family focused. Um, Sage, open, responsibly, healed. Now that's interesting. Provider, trusting, trustworthy, wise, stable, comforting. And just looking to see, could be a charitable man and hospitable figure. He might come across as shy or soft spoken, but his grace is unmatched. The King of Cups values connection, and the most admirable part of his demeanor is that he can hold both empathy and generosity and protection and boundaries in equal parts in his heart. Um, when he sits before you in a reading, know that you're using healthy tools to thrive in your relationships. Of course, this is a fantastic card, like Jackie said, for romantic interest, and shows an earnest and wise understanding of the work it takes to commit and grow with another person in developing that relationship. This king mirrors the established self love you have for yourself and that you have worked to discover within. Love that. And let's see, to channel, spend some time gazing into the eyes of someone you love. Choose a partner or yourself in the mirror and sit across from one another. And it basically says just to look deeply into each other's eyes and, what do you feel, see, sense, um, and acknowledge that love and vulnerability that the two of you have at the moment. And let's see, what did Hershey? I don't think the Lazy King one is a family man. Yeah. Oh, are you referring to the King of Pentacles? I think I don't think Lazy King one, or I think. Do you know what she means by that? I'm still, in my morning phase. I don't think the Lazy King wand. So Hershey, are you thinking the King of Cups is a lazy king? Um, is a family man. For the King of Pentacles, people say, yeah, Hershey, can you for Heather's sake? I'm just kind of like drawing a blank there, and I want to be able to understand you properly so I can be able to share that. And I mean, I love how we all share, so I would like to be able to better understand that. Um, And so, deeper reflection, ask yourself how emotionally regulated and balanced you felt lately. And that's also a DBT skill that they teach, emotional regulation. And I've had to really work on that myself lately. It says here, right? That no, let's see. So they're talking about define it as a number between 1 and 10, with 1 being the least regulated and highly unbalanced, so emotions, and 10 being incredibly balanced and secure. Write that number at the top of your journal page. Then spend some quiet and honest time journaling. Write about the ways you could continue to hold space for your wide array of human emotions, how you'll create more balance, and how you'll recommit to or stay aligned with emotional peace. Write them like promises to yourself, like vows spoken to and from a mature and healthy partner. Okay, here we go. No, the King of Wands. Okay. So you said every king is like family man. I see. Okay, and I just thought the King of Wands is, in my opinion, definitely. I gotcha. Totally get it. Thank you, Hershey. And of course, I mean, we all experience and understand cards differently. And I could see that. I
Mm.
mean, he can be a family man, but maybe in the sense of, having to watch in the negative aspect of that being, unfaithful, infidelity, So I can see that totally. I think when we were doing our investigative tarots, when we would get King of Wands, sometimes that would, alert, Jackie and I, and I think Jack, Hershey, when she was reading with us as well, that, this individual might have been hot headed and maybe too
Yeah.
passionate, kind of fiery, quick to anger or be aggressive too. So, yep, we're always learning, most definitely. And again, if anyone else wants to share, like Hershey, their perspectives and understanding of the King of Cups and what he represents, to you. And it's going to change too in different decks. Different authors will have
And then
different
even in
perspectives.
yeah.
Go ahead. I didn't want to.
No, I'm just saying even in different readings you could read the same card in a different way,
And with the Fyodor Pavlov deck,
Ooh.
they explore a different perspective. But let me see what Saskia is sharing.
Yeah.
I've been doing tarot for many years and I'm still learning Hershey. Yep, most definitely. And within the last year, I've heard people saying, well, you can't really read tarot unless you know this, this, and this, and you say this. That. It's kind of like there's different perspectives and aspects, and however we connect with what we can understand, as long as, we know the basic, meanings of the cards, we can have our intuition, our guides help us, and build that too
Yeah.
from there. And so with this King of Cups, he's considered the dreamer, the poet, the artist king. The King of Cups is the sensitive ruler who leads with his heart, who funds culture and creativity instead of armies and border walls. He is an enlightened ruler, a leader who joins his people on festival days, one who builds magical castles and elevates artists and craftsmen over generals and businessmen. Boy, we could really use somebody like that here in the States, can't we? Oh my goodness. He is compassionate, tempered, diplomatic, and inspired. He nurtures just like his queen, and he guides with a gentle hand. Being the king of the suit, he is a mature figure who has mastered his emotions and found his equilibrium. He feels deeply and he listens to his heart, but his feelings do not overwhelm or overpower him. His intellect, as Jackie was saying, with air, the swords, and his sentiment work hand in hand. The King of Cups is the antithesis to toxic masculinity to me, he says. He embodies a fatherly, caring gentleness and strength, a kind of steady, unwavering kindness, patience, and understanding that comes from accessing one's feelings instead of shutting them off as if they were a sign of weakness. And I love that. He is strength through emotion, supportive, and through oh well, look who's here. Man, we were gonna send out a rescue team for you, Tom. We were wondering where you've been.
Early Tom is here.
And bye, Jackie. Oh, there we. Oh, look at that.
Look at him showing off, la.
So, how do you pronounce that? What's he saying?
So he's saying, I hope you're having a lovely day. Tá súla gom go bhfuil lá ma agat. I hope you have a lovely day.
Oh my goodness, I gotta learn Gaelic from
Aww.
Jackie. I got set up lessons. That is
Thanks,
amazing.
Tom.
Oh man, for me, I just said, bottom of the evening to you. I saw her backstage.
Heather's making her own shit up here backstage.
Well, everyone says, top of the morning, which shows your nuts. I'm like, well, it's the evening time, so instead of the top, it's the bottom, so bottom of the evening.
Heather, look, it's true for Tom. He said no need to learn when you have Google. The only thing is Google Translate is about 99% accurate most of the time.
Yep, you gotta watch out for that AI stuff too. They don't always
Like,
get it right either.
I shouldn't be saying this on live YouTube, but I often put into Google Translate I farted to see what it is in Irish, and
Oh, on our channel and our show, we have absolute
Talking about the
maturity.
King of Cups. And I cannot get an answer. I'm going to have to actually ask someone who knows, who's like fluent, because the only thing I think of is like Honig, Gwafer, awesome, which is like wind came out of me.
Oh my God. Well, there, yeah, you know.
I don't
Oh
know.
my goodness.
I
Oh,
keep
geez.
I keep laughing and joking saying farting me, but it's just it's not great.
I think this is your answer.
Yeah, that's from your
Stalemate.
Google Translate now, and I don't know. That's in the 1%.
I know Tom Hershey. Tom. Now, actually, to me, Tom would be
Oh,
a king of cups.
would
He's
they?
kind, he's compassionate, at least as a friend he has been to
Oh,
me. He has kitties, so already there you go. And you know,
I
he's,
love it.
you know, I that's just what I think, Tom. But you know, um I'm
That's
okay if
hilarious.
Google's going to fail on fart jokes. How old are we?
I know, yeah.
It's like an episode of Beavis and Butthead.
But I
He's a
really want
farter.
to know how to say it in Irish, so I have to figure it
Don't
out.
make me cry, damn it.
No, but
Oh.
no, but no, but look what Jack said.
Languages are funny. There's no German word for nipple. The phrase translates. How did
I
we
love it.
go from
I It was my fault. I said
our
I don't know how to say I
serious?
farted in Irish. Apologies.
We are very serious, but we love to have fun too as well. So,
Very serious.
but yes. So yeah, I love how they
Oh,
acknowledge that, you know, this king is into the arts. He can be poetic. He can be, you know, he funds, you know, cultural events, supports them, and you know, is grounded enough or emotionally grounded enough to be able to listen to what the people in his life need from him, and to be able to find that, have that mature balance. So yeah, why I keep going to that Fyodor deck. I love the different perspective. And let's see, okay, Mangled. So Tom, this is Jax. Her name is Jacqueline. We call her Jax. So Mangled, is that wrong? Is that wrong descriptor though? Um, Descriptor. I'm seriously silly. Also pro level. I need to get that deck still. Yeah, I think it's a really good deck. You know, it's something that I kept seeing Allison using, and it just kept growing on me. And then finally one day I saw it at the store. I'm like, you know what, I'm going to get this, and I'm glad I did. I mean, there's a couple cards where the art is kind of like, but the rest, you know, I love how he writes and his perspective and the artwork. You know, he's both author and artist for the deck. I think so. These things are way better than warts, but it is German. Man, our girly warts. Jax, we can now go on live shows and say, so how's everyone's girly warts doing tonight? And everyone's going to be like, what the fuck is that they're talking about? Oh,
oh
be a little
God.
inside joke. So, but yeah, well, goodness, we're only at 11:30. So anything else that people want to share about?
Well, there's
Um,
half a dozen other people in chat who haven't told us what they think of the King of
yeah.
Cups.
And this is another King of Cups I wanted to share from the Mystic
Is that
Poet, not Mystic Poet,
Palette?
Mystical
Mystic
Palette,
Palette.
the
Ciro
Mystic,
Marchetti, isn't it? Yeah.
yep. And I absolutely love this one too. He reminds me a little bit of my daddy and his face features, so I really love this
Huh.
card too. So that was one of the ones I pulled out that I wanted to share. And let's see. I just say, how's the woo woo crew? Oh my goodness, damn freaking fly. So anyway, people, tell me
I
what
like the
you want
cups
to
and I
share.
cannot lie. Oh God.
Well, on that note, sip sip everybody.
Oh, funny lads.
As Heather tries to figure out what to say next.
Next week I'll know how to say I farted in Irish, alright? I'm gonna ask an Irish teacher in the meantime.
And she will do it. She
I
will.
will.
Believe me.
I will, I promise.
So yeah, everyone share. Oh, here we go. And I know Tom's been extremely busy with work, so thank you, Tom,
Yeah,
for
cool,
popping in. I do generally like the King of Cups. The emotional stability and clarity he offers in a reading is usually needed.
cool.
Yes. So, Tom,
That's
which
fun.
king do you or which court card do you relate to? I'm curious. And does anybody in chat have a family member or a friend or, a boss, coworker that they acknowledge the King of Cups with? I have not been a King of Cups with all the works
Oh,
going. Well, sometimes,
ah, yeah.
we have to switch out of them. Like, I will never look at the King of Pentacles the same way again, even though I don't no longer have Tarot of the Haunted House by Sasha Graham. I remember reading with Hershey when she joined us for an investigative tarot and acknowledged that King of Pentacles as a sugar daddy.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
So when I get the King of Pentacles now, even doesn't matter what deck
yeah.
it is, Hershey, if you're still
That's
here,
what you think.
I see that and I think, okay, in this reading, could this have been somebody that was a sugar daddy, a man with money? So yeah, exactly. So that's how we pick up things,
Yeah,
along the way.
absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
And I think it was you or somebody else, but mentioned swords them feel very military like.
Yeah, people say that, yeah.
Going into battle, swords having to,
Yeah.
communicate and strategize and plan and things like that. So yeah, we pick up different things along the way.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So does anybody else want to share what their King of Cups is? I'm just going back a little bit to see if I missed anything. Nope. Any comments? Oh, Stamfly won't
But
stay
that's
out of
very
my tea.
dependent.
Boop,
Yeah.
boop, boop. Here we go. I mean, the sugar daddy thing is definitely an aspect of it, but that's very dependent on the context. Well, of the reading, yeah. But
Yeah.
that one case we were looking at, we were like, oh yeah, we can tell, that this individual was probably somebody that was, giving money on the side.
Yeah.
You just kind of again, kind of go with what you see with the other cards, and that's the whole thing too. A lot of these cards can immediately change depending on, you know, the perspective of them with what other card is next to them. So even though I know I wish I could memorize all the reversals, um, usually it's it'll give you that idea, with the other cards surrounding it, and then you can go from there. And let's see, depends on the king. No one is perfect. Are they a good king? Exactly. And let's see, don't let it sour you for other readings. The Pentacles court is important. Not sour, but I just like all the different perspectives. Let's see, because how long do you follow poor leadership before you say no thanks? And this goes to the same thing with the Emperor card. So I connect the Emperor a lot with like the King of Wands or the King of Swords. Because of the Aries connection with the fire and being more so for me an emperor is not going to be really emotionally available, or as well, you know I don't say well grounded, secure, stable. For me, when it comes to something like an emperor, to me that's more like a military or a political kind of figure. But just my perspectives, trying to think things through, and I know people are still sharing. Let's see. I think my teacher of Tai Chi meditation is a King of Cups. Sensitive culture with empathy. Sounds like it's Saskia. Absolutely. And the duality of life of everything here is part of the lesson for all. Exactly. And yeah, I feel like I can be King of Cups for some people. I don't intend to be for myself. And there where lies in with Kate's book, how she reminds us that we need to be able to be for that ourselves as well. And when she did the deeper reflection, looking into the eyes of your beloved or someone that you love, you can do that too in the mirror to yourself. And I know for me that is the hardest thing, because the minute I start looking at myself, I'm like, girl, look at all that weight you got to lose. Look at some of those lines. What are you going to do? You know what I mean? So it really is hard for us to be that for ourselves as well. That is the beauty of tarot. We're all 78 aspects at once and at different times. Yes. What is that book called? So this is The Inner Tarot by Kate Van Horn. And Jax, I think you would like this book too, because in her past that kind of got her into tarot and using tarot for for healing for herself. She's come from a certain a traumatic situation that you had shared with me and with some of us in chat before. I won't bring it up now, but she deals with things that happened to her traumatically in her past and how she uses the tarot and looks at the tarot in ways of being able to help heal ourselves as well. Because with regular tarots, I think a lot of them just kind of focus on, you know, how do I want to say this? Just like the superficial, just like,
Yeah.
just the very general, but with some other decks, some will explore more of the emotional aspects that don't get covered in the regular tarot. Other books will cover some of the things that for career wise, like Deborah Zakow did the Clarity Tarot, and on her cards she had, because people were mostly asking about love and money readings, her cards were designed with a message for money and for career. So for her deck, she took the focus not more for love and career, whereas hers is from an emotional healing aspect. So different decks provide different you know
Yeah.
insights for different types of reading. Let's see. You can't properly support someone if your cup isn't full too.
Yeah.
Don't forget the royal we of ourselves. Yes, of yourself. And you are welcome. Oh, this damn guy's trying to. And Butterfly says, I like that comment early, Ritual, about the cards. Yep. Tom is very well knowledgeable with the cards. He's got amazing insight. Effort, you put your time, energy where you want. Definitely. So we are at 11:37. So do we want to go ahead and see what message the King of Cups has for us today?
We shall.
That was a wonderful idea that Jackie thought of, because instead of doing a collective, she's like, well, how about just seeing what the King of,
Yeah.
or whatever court card. So which deck do I use? I have.
I'm using my Jamie Sawyer. This is the first edition of this deck, which came out in 2022, but she's just launched the second edition of this deck, guys, for pre-order on her website. So it's absolutely stunning. There's our King of Cups. And she has mandalas
She's the
in the
one that did
background.
my tiles, y'all.
Yeah.
So for those in chat that have seen my tiles and love my tiles, that's the artist who created the tiles. I went to her website and could not believe all the things that she's got on there for altar, for spiritual, for divination, her felt, she's got
stuff.
So many different shapes of tile. I mean, I was like, oh my God.
And her best friend, I can't think of her name, but Moonlit Fae is her business name. I can't think of her. Jenny. Is she Jenny? I think. Anyway, Google Moonlit Fae and you'll find her website. She makes all these beautiful like bags and little kind of zip things and everything to put the cards into, and all these mats to lay the cards out on. She makes them with the same patterns that are on the backs of the cards to match Jamie's decks. Like, they're just incredible. Like,
yeah, she's got one hell of a trademark. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I would love to be able to design something like that for a trademark, but I'm always changing my name. So it's hard to have a trademark if I'm constantly changing it.
True.
So I'm going to use my Mystic Palette. Oh, okay. Yep, go ahead. I'm still shuffling.
I was just going to say my question out loud. What does the King of Cups want us to know today?
And Butterfly I would like to look into her work more, and I adore those images. Oh, see, now this deck is hard on my hands. My hands already hurt because these are so big. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and these are very thick cards. Her new one is normal card stock to be able to riffle shuffle. I can't wait for the next edition.
Let's see what this. The King of Cups works too. So I asked for the king, you message from the king, and I get a message from the page. Gotta love the court cards. So you go ahead, girl.
I
I'll give it the
have
boost.
this beautiful temperance card. So temperance is all about needing patience, balance. You might be kind of getting overexcited at the moment, waiting for something to happen, waiting to get news about something or whatever. Whereas the temperance card is telling us we just need to chill a bit and have patience, because as we all know, everything happens in divine timing. So we just gotta wait. We are divinely protected by our angels, as you can see with this beautiful angel. The sunlight is there. I'm always going the wrong way on the horizon. But we just have still a bit of a way to go on our path there before we get to. I'm still pointing the wrong direction. You know what I mean anyway. Look, there's a path over there somewhere. So yeah, this is just the King of Cups is telling us we need to have patience. If you think about it too, the King of Cups is the element of water anyway, which is the second slowest moving suit, at least in my opinion. So this ties in with the water element anyway. Miles to go before I sleep. All right. So yeah, just have a bit of patience, lads, in whatever it is that you might be waiting for at the moment, is what the King of Cups is telling us.
And I mean,
Over to you, Heather.
The patience. I got all I could hear was the song "Patience" by Guns N' Roses in my head.
Oh yeah. All we need is just a little patience.
Yeah, put the little body swing in there, y'all. Oh.
Yeah, he does this weird wobbly thing, doesn't he, with his body? Yeah.
And the funny thing is, you know who really did that first? Remember seeing growing up was Davy Jones from the Monkees. He had the
Yeah. Huh?
So see if we can't do a show without bringing music into it. So Tom, if you're still doing the Indigo Jaguar bingo, mark the box. People are like, "What?" I'll explain on another show.
Hey, Kristen Louise.
Hey, Kristen's here. Hello, my dear. Have a good time at the
stupid gym.
Girl,
Enjoy,
I was motivated like you.
Enjoy. Yeah, me too.
You and Jonathan Daly going, and oh man, yeah, he's doing a great job. Yeah, chill. For a water, I got both earth and fire, which is interesting. Earth, wind, and fire. No cups. So I got the Page of Pentacles, and I just love it. Look how he's nuzzling the fox. Aww. But you know, the pages are about taking time to, like you said, slow moving suit. And with the pages, they're like the young ones. They're kind of taking time to learn something, look at things, study things. Yeah. Kind of taking, and with it's kind of hard to see that in the coins, but maybe taking time to maybe with this being earth, maybe, and with the fox being clever or cunning as well, kind of watching, getting balanced maybe with spending. You know, sometimes we when it comes to, I know, and I've done this, I've gone and done emotional spending or things that give me that little dopamine rush, and then, you know, I feel so great, and then afterwards it's kind of like us. So I think with the page here with the coins is kind of focusing on being more grounded with and focused on our health, our finances, and with the squirrel, you know, squirrels, they're the gatherers. They are the ones that know how to store, how to save for, you know, hard times. So what the King of Cups is telling us with this is being grounded financially, and having the wisdom, and, you know, to when to spend, not to spend, when to save. And then the underlying was the Two of Wands. And again, the Two of Wands is, you know, typically, you know, looking out on the world, you know, it's planning, it's kind of seeing the world as, you know, typically, you know, they're holding that globe. And so this sometimes throws me off a little bit, because I'm like, where's the person holding the globe? But here again, the tree is rooted, and the wands are also made out of the tree, which is the earth, like the pentacle. So with this one here, it's intertwining around the wand. So at this time, kind of holding in, maybe financial, making better financial decisions. So kind of like getting, oh, what's that when your monetary, when you budget, looking at your budgets, where can you hold back, control that impulse, that motivation to, overspend or to overexert oneself. So with these two cards, it's that part of learning how to, like you say, balance, our emotional spending, getting more grounded, and being more structured in how we want to spend, and where we need to focus, really focusing that energy of the wands for projects, for whatever it is that we are doing, just making plans, being strategic, and preparing for the future. So I hope that made sense, because I see exactly where it was I wanted to go with that, and sometimes lately. So I hope that made sense. Just being more grounded, being more
Yeah.
cautious, and kind of holding back and planning, budgeting, that kind of thing. So, because I know me, I get to a store and I'm like, ooh, and I spend. I'm like, oh, like all my new pretty yarn. And then I get home and I'm looking at my
Oh, but
bank
sure,
account going,
you see
what
all the
did I
pretty
do?
tarot cards and crystals and stuff, and sure, you just can't help yourself, And we need to treat ourselves,
Yeah. Love the singing, beautiful. Aw. Thank you. The
We'll sing
artistry.
something else next week.
Yeah. Well, one of the first shows, or series I ever did with Jackie was when she invited Rain, Spiritual Rain, and I, and we were talking about songs that we connected to the tarot cards. And that was
Was
like
that one of the
over a
first
year or
ones?
so ago.
Way over a year ago, I'd say, yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
and that was a lot of fun because we would sing a little bit so we wouldn't get into too much trouble, but we
Yeah.
would, connect songs to the cards, and that was
And
a blast.
I found a lovely Irish fella called Finbar on TikTok, and I was watching one of his lives like there a few days ago, and he pulled a card for some fella, and it was the Ten of Swords. So I just put in the chat, I said, two songs that go with the Ten of Swords, things can only get better, and the only way is up. And they were like, oh my God, yeah. I says,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, lads, the
Oh,
songs to go with
oh,
every card.
oh my God, yeah. God love the 80s.
Yeah.
Things can only get better. So, well, Jackie, you got anything coming up? Anything with tarot, or you and Saoirse doing anything, or any?
No, nothing
No?
planned yet. No, I do need to get my ass in gear and set up another round of classes, online classes. Like, all right, because that was great fun. So yeah,
And Jackie does her daily reads as well. So make sure you subscribe, and you can get
she does.
her two card pulls. And for me, I still cannot comment, but I do go in and I do like.
Yeah, it's bizarre, but it's the same with everyone. Like, there's some people's shorts I can comment on, and some people's
Same.
I can't.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. It's weird. I don't know what it is, but that's just YouTube messing with people. Look at the length of my hair. Look, that's just
I
YouTube messing
know.
with people.
My
Look
God,
at
when I
it.
first met Jackie, it was super short when we did our first
Yeah,
conspiracy reading on the Titanic,
yeah.
and she had this short out. I was like,
Titanic. Oh
yeah,
my God.
yeah, the Titanic
Yeah.
conspiracy. Yep, Burrs. So, but then I guess that's what Jackie's doing. Check her out when she can do her daily reads, when she's using her shitty tarot, or lately her Jimmy Sawyer, whichever one tickles
At the
her fancy.
moment, I'm using the Jamie Sawyer to promote
Yeah,
her pre-order of her second deck. All right, yeah.
that's
But
wonderful.
it's just, oh, it's gorgeous. Like, have a great
And
day, ladies. Gotta get busy. Aw. Thank Hershey.
hello, Keith, and thank you, Hershey, for hanging out with
Oh,
us.
Keith. Hey, Keith.
It's always lovely to see you in chat. And for me, tomorrow I have, not tomorrow, Friday, I have Ivana Intuitive joining me for my Friday night show. And I'm thinking after Ivana, I might be ending the Friday night show, um, and maybe doing something instead during the day. I know Friday nights is hard for some people to be able to get on, line to watch shows. And I don't have, Allison is, studying tarot with Cosmic Orphan at this moment. So I may just go and do something different on my own on a Friday. So I stay tuned for that. But I do have Ivana, and she's a lot of fun. I love her energy, very positive energy, and there will be a lot of giggles ensuing. She's got very bubbly energy, and when her and I get together, it's like giggle fest. So um, I'll probably be doing some readings and catching up on Friday night. So, oh, excuse me, that tea. So, oh, hi, Pam. Thanks for popping in and saying hi.
Keith, I must check out that healing session on your channel. Thanks for that.
Yep. And I look forward to seeing her too. Yvonne and I haven't done anything really in about a year, so it'll be nice to see her and hang out. So everybody, thank you again for joining us, and we will see you all next time. And next week we'll be doing swords.
What are we doing?
Or
Swords?
Swords or wands?
Wands?
People, what do you want to see next? Swords or wands?
Wands or swords? Show of hands.
Because that's how we decided to do the cups. We let
it is,
people in chat.
Keith Van 1981. Cool.
So
check it out.
So we'll go ahead and end the
okay, we have a wands.
And whichever we see that,
Come on, lads, we need more votes.
Wands. Okay, so we got 2 wands. So wands it is.
My mind is my sword and shield. Thanks so much, lady. Wands, okay. Looks like wands.
So, yep. So Page of Wands is next week. So we will see you all next time, and have a great rest of your week, y'all, and we'll talk to you later.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.